Hello, good morning, and welcome to episode 17 of Nebula Quest. I am Noden, your host, as always. So, as we head towards that beautiful Horsehead Nebula directly in front of us, very hard to see, actually, at the moment, with the background light of that very bright little baby new star behind us. We are having fun, and we're talking about stuff, and we're trying to give away copies of this game, Elite Dangerous, and how we're doing that with, that's right, Space Car Bingo. So, in Space Car Bingo, we have still discovered nothing. It's been a few episodes, actually, since we've marked anything off. We've used our old, Bingo Dabber O Justice. I think I called it the Bingo Dabber or something of Justice last time, and that is not its name. You know, that is not going down in canon. But yeah, it's been a while since we've given away, so we need to get our butts in gear here. We're also getting a little bit low on fuel. I'm keeping an eye on that, because I either need a station or something. Or a nice star that I can just kind of float around for a little while and just pick up just a little bit of fuel, because I'm worried. I was in the little map there and doing some plotting out of our route for the next little while. This actually looks like a star we can fuel off of. Speaking of the devil. What was I going to say? Oh, anyways. Burpee. I just had a bottle of Coke, and it's really... Whoa, so much. Let's get some of this when we're going at it. But yeah, I was looking at our route for the next little while. The next, like, 200 and... Oh, this is a big system. The next 250 light years or so. And, alright, let's get away. Yep. I'm going. Oh, don't you worry. I'm doing my thing. So there's a lot of stuff around here. I'm gonna go to the system map. This always seems a little bit cheaty to me, but we're gonna do it anyways. Alright, so I'm not reading any, whatchamacallits. I'm gonna see how close those really are. I'm not reading any, what's the right term? Oh my goodness, where's my brain? My brain has just disappeared. It was there in my head where it normally is, and now gone. Now it's gone. Okay, let's slow it down, and we can start exploring some of this stuff. No stations. There we go. Goodness gracious, what's wrong with me? There's some strange music going on. Anyways, what was I going to say? I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, plotting up for the next 250 light years or so. Nice big white F star. It's an F star. But yes, we were plotting it out and noticing that yeah, we can only get about 100 light years on our current fuel load, so we definitely need some fuel. But it does look like, you know, like we're starting to get close on this. And speaking actually of giving away the game, giving away anything, having competitions, going places, discovering things, and killing people while you're at it. So the Elite Dangerous, the developers of Elite Dangerous, Frontier, had announced a huge competition when Elite Dangerous first came out, and it was a race to Elite. So it was a race to Elite rank in all of the three categories. So over here you can get, you know, Elite rank for combat, for trade, and for exploring. You can see that we are pretty much useless except in exploring, where we're only mostly useless. But yeah, that's pretty accurate in all ways, shapes, and forms. But anyways, so it's now, they finally announced the winners of that. So people have actually finally made it to Elite rank, and which is, I mean, it's been a little while. The game has had some longevity. You might have thought, oh, you know, people are just gonna race straight there and it's gonna be over in a week. No, it's took a good couple of months, and I've got some cool facts and figures. So to explain first, everybody who so there's 4 winners total, I believe, is how it worked. Is that the first person to get to an elite rank in it, like an individual elite rank. So the first one to get to the combat elite rank, or the trading one or the exploration elite rank all won £1,000. So that's 1,000 British pounds sterling. So what is that, like 100 and, or like $1,600 US, something like that, $1,500 US, somewhere in that area. And then the fourth winner was the first person to get to all three of those things, and they won £10,000. So good little chunk of change, and yes, is this on the other side of the star? All right, let's head towards it, but kind of like not directly at it, and then we'll refuel on the way if it is on the other side. But yeah, so they've all won. The guy who won the top prize, so this is the guy who had he's got to elite rank in all of the categories. His name was, he's the 1%, or just 1%. He visited 10,342 unique star systems, traded 835,410 tons of cargo, and killed 9,032 bastards, traveling like 180,000 light years in the process. I mean, that's crazy cool numbers that they had this published for that. I mean, that's so many things. Let's see, and then we've got the other winners here is Commander Lord Key, who won the trade prize. He traded 834,353 metric tons of goods, with 302 tons on the black market. Commander Tequila went home with the exploration prize. I'm reading this actually from a thing. Traveling more than 190,000 light years and visiting 7,697 unique star systems. And combat went to From Ton Rouge, I don't know how to say that, with 8,567 kills. So, I mean, these are people who are spending a significant amount of time playing the game. The winner of the top one there, who got all three, had logged in 1,000 hours into this game. That's more than one or two. That's certainly more than I have in 17 episodes of Nebula Quest. Which is, like I said, which is sad, and which is why this is now twice a week, is because I really want to play this game more, but I can't because of the format of the show, and I love the show so much that I can't just get rid of it. And I enjoy doing this part of the game, but I don't have the internet access to put more. Honestly, if I could upload more than one thing a day, I would have more episodes of this a week. This is one of my favorite things to record and do. Okay, can we please do an exploration now? We got a little bit of fuel still. We could probably still use some more. But it's very cool that they've got that this competition went out, that they were giving away real hard cash out of it, and yeah, I think that's really. Oh, this wasn't the one we were supposed to be scanning. Oops. But they were actually doing like really that real people had a chance of winning real money for playing in this universe, and I think that's amazing. And I think that honestly the feats that these guys have done, like the amount of exploration, the number of hours had to log for all that to travel all that distance to transfer all that cargo to kill all those evil pirate guy men or women, phenomenal feats, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and well, good on them for putting in the effort and for winning. I mean, that's pretty mad. That's pretty mad. I actually don't have a lot to talk about in this episode. I'm like, okay, and that finishes everything I was going to talk about. Yeah, I'm looking at my list. I'm like, nothing. That's what I had. Shit. Okay, can we? No. Slow it down. I don't need to crash today. There we go. How close do you have to be to explore these rocks? Under 5, do you think? Under 5. There we go. Now we learned something. Yeah, so as you might be able to tell, I'm feeling a little bit better. My voice is starting to come back. I still got a lot of, like, I don't know, fluid I feel in my throat, so I'm still getting, like, choked up. I get so choked up. It's so emotional. Yeah, so I still get kind of choked up when I start talking for a long period of time, but it is a lot better, and I am at least able to, get my recording and things done. It's been a scramble. It's been a scramble. Monday was like my first day where I'm like, okay, I've got to get a lot of recording done. I am behind on everything. Luckily, Monday, I didn't even have anything to put out. Luckily, Pat had organized and got some video footage together that he'd been sitting on, for Dirty Bomb. Had gotten that all together. And came to me on, I think, Saturday or Sunday and said, listen, I know you're feeling like crap, but you think you got an hour that we could talk about this? And I'm like, yep, as long as you're taking the reins, because there's no way I can talk. So luckily he had that and had that go up on Monday. Otherwise Monday would have been just a dead era from the old games we play. Because I had nothing left. All my back catalog, which I don't have that. I only record any one game for an hour at a time. So whenever I do Alien Isolation or Dying Light, which are my two, I should say, big series, other than Nebula Quest, is I record them for an hour. So it gives me 3 episodes. So I can do 20-minute episodes, so 1 hour. And that's usually all I can kind of take, like, especially with Alien Isolation, depending how it goes. Alien Isolation is just intense enough of a game that anything more than about an hour and I start going, like, I get shaky. It's like too scary for me, and I just need some decompression time after I play an hour of that. So that's usually all the time I can really put in. Plus, an hour's a nice length of time to be talking. Then I can kind of take a break. I can, like, relax, whatever. Rest my voice and prepare myself for another hour of recording if I need to do another hour of recording. But it's just a good length of time. Again, it's not, you don't think of playing games as being a not stressful, but a strenuous kind of activity, and it's not really. But trying to play the game and talk, you've got the physical sides of both playing the game and talking, but you also have the mental sides of trying to stay mentally aware of what's going on in the game, and mentally aware of what you're saying, which is obviously an art, and not something that I'm very great at yet. It's something that I'm still working on, but there is a lot of mental energy expulsion that goes on when you're recording, and it is something that definitely takes some effort to get through. So since I was sick and low on energy, didn't have a lot of energy, and then to try to record, a few hours on Monday I broke it up throughout the day. Like I did, like when I kind of woke up, and let's talk about my morning routine. So when Noden wakes up, the first thing he does is he goes and makes himself a cup of coffee, and he gets himself a glass of orange juice, a really big glass of orange juice, because he likes the orange juice first in the morning, but he needs a lot of fluid because he gets so thirsty, and but yeah, so go make a cup of coffee, whatever, have a couple of yogurts. I can't eat first thing in the morning, like solid foods. My stomach just goes, you want to do what now? And then it just gets really upset and not happy with me. Not like throwing up, just like, I'm not happy. So, plus I just don't like the idea of actually eating solid foods is really repugnant to me until, like, for a good few hours. So usually lunch is like my first real solid food meal. I do smoothies a lot actually as well in the morning, because it's not solid, but I can get like lots of like nutrition and calories into me kind of early on, and it's a good time to dump protein powder or whatever in my gullet as well. But yeah, so I'm not anyways, that's all beside the point. So kind of once I got through all of that, I did Alien Isolation, did that for an hour, and then I was like, okay, so we did that for an hour. My voice was pretty much shot at the end of that. Actually, it wasn't quite an hour, but that's getting into more details would be spoiling. Actually, it was still an hour, wasn't it? But it'd still be a spoiler. Spoiler, Alien Isolation ends this week. Yep, that's a spoiler. And I'll talk about it on Sunday's episode, I think. Because when I record, the next episode will be Friday. Will be the day the episode goes up. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll talk about that on Sunday's episode a little bit about Alien Isolation and how it ended. Needless to say, I'm blown away. So but we'll leave it at that. But yeah. So then I took a bit of a break, had some lunch, got some solid foods into me, and then I had toasted tomato sandwich. That's what I had, and it was delicious. Is this the last thing I need to explore? I think it is. Okay. And then did an hour of Dying Light. And actually, speaking of Dying Light, and this is something that I'm going to probably do yesterday, and this is going to... I'm a little bit cross with myself, but at the same time, like, I don't know. So yesterday, for about an hour, Pat and I played co-op in Pat's... Pat just had his birthday, so I got him Dying Light for his birthday. And so we were playing a little bit of co-op with that, which is actually really fun. It's really well done. And we're playing sort of in his save, so kind of doing his stuff now, which is good on one respect because it doesn't affect our save in the Dying Light series, but it does affect my money and my inventory and my skills have all kind of progressed slightly. So now it's like, oh, I got to explain all of this now. It's like, oh shit. So I'm a little bit I'm a little bit upset that that's the case, but it's okay. I'll just have to talk about it a lot. It's all. It's a strange thing where you're like, oh, I guess I can't just like play the game. You can't and that's the thing. You can't just play the game when you want to play the game. Sometimes it's because you have this greater thing that you have to kind of protect as well. So, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I really want to play the game in multiplayer, so I'm thinking, actually, and Pat and I were talking about this, is that what I might do is do sort of a few episodes now and again where we're doing just side quests, but then he and I will both do them, so we'll do them in co-op, which is fun too, because then it gets Pat into the world, and I love playing games with Pat, so any chance to kind of play, and Dying Light in co-op is actually pretty good. It's actually a little bit more fun, solely because you have, I think, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? You're just a little bit more sure of yourself, because you have that extra guy there to kind of watch your back and... Oh. Okay, but to say, like, what happened to my astronomical objects? Alright, so we got a couple. Where is this thing? I'm not paying attention to the radar. But it's pretty fun. It's a good time, is what it is. You know what? That's what it is. It's a good time. The free running actually looks pretty decent when you're combined. All it is. It's just pretty well done. So yeah, so we're gonna probably do that, but that's gonna be probably another week before that can happen. What said I discovered two? What? Is there like a moon or something? Or did it say you discovered one and then you discovered another one because it was those two? I'm curious now. Something I've been thinking about recently, because I get the newsletters from Frontier every week. Actually, they come out conveniently on Thursday, so it's like I receive them and then I record the Sunday episode, and it's just very convenient because I can talk about everything that's in there. It's like, oh, give me my script for the episode, thank you very much. But one of the things that's always on the bottom of those are the Galnet briefs, so sort of what's going on in the game universe, and I never read them. And it's one of those like, oh, I really should read them so I can kind of like, I don't know, bring a little bit of like, what's the word? Immersion, we'll say, I suppose, to Nebula Quest, instead of it just being like a, hey, here we are, we're in our boat, we're on our way to a distant shore, and that be the end of it. We could actually do something where we're like, oh, let's talk about, whatever, the damn Imperials, or whoever, Do you know who I hate? Space Coca-Cola. Like, just something silly. Lock destination, please. But, yeah, I really need to start reading them. And I actually have one like up, like on the other screen here. But it's like, oh, I don't really want to read this. I'm like, it's so big. Look how big it is. It's a whole page of text. I don't know. It's one of those like, it's not really necessary for me for how I have been playing the game. It's one of those like, well, you know, it could be interesting, but it has so little bearing on us out here, on like on the fringes in the black. I mean, what's the last time we were even interdicted? I mean, it's been a while. So I don't know. It's hard to say. Hard to say. It's a nice little T-Tor restart. Let's just back away from this. We'll run a dubstep scanner real quick. And we got some objects. That's going to be all rocks. Damn it. I don't really need more rocks. Alright, well, you know what, guys? I'm actually going to do something I haven't done in a while, is I'm going to end the episode here, and then I will do the exploration of this T-Tor star and the random rocks, which I'm sure are surrounding it, in my own time. So I will see you guys next time. That'll be Sunday for episode 18. Until then, ciao and love ya. Good night.